What's up? What is a black woman's body? What does that look like? Does it look like this or this or this? Is that what you think of when you think of a black woman's body? Well, apparently that's what a lot of people seem to think, especially since we got a lot of woke Wendy's out here that want to accuse white women and non-black women of stealing the black woman's figure, right? This is the black woman's body. This is how black women look. White women are trying to steal this. Da-da-da-da-da. They're appropriating our figure. Okay, first of all, I have some major issues with that. Also, please don't say anything about my makeup. I'm still learning. I feel like I look like freaking Casper the Friendly Yellow Ghost over here. But I digress. So I've just been seeing a lot of stuff in the media for forever about black women saying the Kardashians and all sorts of white women now apparently are stealing the black woman's body, right? Via Instagram and all this ish. BBLs are becoming extremely popular and all of that stuff. But what I feel like they fail to mention, one, the majority of the women getting BBLs are black women. Two, a lot of black women don't look like that. Or at least that's what the media would want you to believe. I sound like the media. Anyway, it's not even the media that's saying this. It's the woke Wendy's that are saying this. And I shouldn't call them that. I appreciate everything that woke people are doing. I understand what they're going for. But the problem that I have is in trying to protect one group of women, you are fucking up another group of women. Stop calling this a black woman's body, because a black woman can look like this, or like this, or like this. There are plenty of black women out here who don't have booties, okay? Especially these Instagram females. I shouldn't call them that. Especially these Insta models, right? Most of them don't have natural made booties. Do you remember like a couple years ago when Nicki Minaj, let me see what award show that actually was. Also, there we go. Let me see my cat back there. She's that little gray dot right there. Winters. But yeah, I remember when Nicki Minaj got passed over for Taylor Swift at the 2015 VMAs, and she was highly pissed and said, and I quote, "If your video celebrates women with very slim bodies, you will be nominated for Video of the Year." I just think the funny thing about that, I don't know if you haven't seen the Anaconda video, I mean, it's definitely about the booty. I would say that it's about the booty, definitely. But I just think it's interesting that Nicki Minaj would say that when her body was manufactured by her, obviously. Like, this is what this girl used to look like. Okay, so that's my issue, is not that she had her butt enlarged. I am 100% against body autonomy. You can do whatever the fuck you want with your body. I don't care. If you want to go and get freaking marshmallow fluff injected in your ass, you can go and do it. If you want to go and get 2 bags of marshmallows injected into your boobies, you can go do that. I don't care. Do what you need to do to feel comfortable in your body. The issue that I have with the Anaconda video is she's saying like, well, this was a music video celebrating curvy bodies. Which, okay, it is. It's celebrating curvy bodies and big booty. First of all, we have a lot of those, right? Her video did not break any barriers. It didn't say anything new. Taylor Swift's music video was bad blood. I don't think I saw it. I don't like Taylor Swift's music. I think she has the most mediocre voice I've ever heard in my life. She's no Britney. I'm sorry, but I can't. I almost feel bad for like Gen Z, because I'm like, you got Taylor Swift and we got Britney Spears, and I'm sorry for that. I genuinely am. They also have Ariana Grande. I guess she can at least sing even if she can't dance, you know? In terms of like white female celebrities, right? Anyway, Now that I'm done shading Taylor Swift, I feel like somebody should have been like, Nikki, we didn't need another video of people celebrating the booty. We have plenty of videos celebrating the booty. Beyonce did Bootylicious 10 years before you were even relevant. I also have another issue with the fact that Nicki Minaj's ass is fake. So you're celebrating something that people cannot attain. This is Nicki Minaj's booty. People's booties, most people, most black women do not have booties like this, do not have bodies like this. They will never naturally look like that, okay? Doesn't matter how many freaking squats and hip thrusts they do in the gym, okay? They're never gonna look like that. A lot of black women, when they see that, they feel like that's what they're supposed to look like. And then you end up with the freaking BBL epidemic, which is what people have been calling it. So I made a video before called the big booty trend, and somebody commented in that video, it's not a trend, it's been around for years. And I will say, in the black community, big booties have been being celebrated for years. That is very true. But if you go and look back through black media, if you go back and look through some of the music videos, don't look at the video vixens, okay? Even though some of the video vixens didn't have big booties either. Go back and look at like the main chick in a lot of these music videos, and you'll see a woman who is very slender. Go back and watch Friday. Nia Long didn't have a big ass. Go back and watch Jamie Foxx. Fancy didn't have a big ass. Gina from Martin didn't have a big ass. The big ass didn't really become popular until Kim K made it popular. Is she white? I don't know. I don't consider them white. I just consider them Armenian, and they are whatever Armenians are. She don't look like a white lady to me. A non-black woman, and then J-Lo too, is what made the booty popular. And I think the reason why that happened was because it was unusual, right? Even though a lot of black women do not have big asses, there are some that do, and I think when people outside of black culture see a black woman with a big ass, it's like, yeah, okay, that's a black woman. That's what, you know, they can be shaped like that. But for a person outside of blackness to look like that, you know, it's like, it's uncommon. So I think that's why Kim K became so popular. And then Kim K went and made her ass even bigger. And I think that was because she got so popular from the ass in the first place. That's neither here nor there. A lot of woke people like to say black people are not a monolith. Okay, well, black bodies are not a monolith. Stop saying that people trying to go and get a big ass they're stealing from black culture. It's not black culture to have a big ass. Plenty of people in other cultures have big asses. Plenty of people in other cultures have full lips. It's not just a black thing. Plenty of people in other cultures are darker skinned. You know, like Kim K had a booty not because she gave herself one, she already had one. She made it bigger because it's what made her popular, but she already had a booty, like a decent sized booty before she even became famous. So they're trying to emulate a non-black woman. They're not even emulating a black woman, they're emulating a non-black woman because that was her own body. You know, do you get what I'm saying? It's not like they saw Beyonce and Bootylicious and they were like, I wanna go and get shit injected into my ass because I saw it on a Beyonce video. No, they're not trying to do that. They're trying to look like Kim K. Excuse me, Safira. You got to get down, please. Get my good doggy. Get down. I'm babysitting today. I'm also watching Drakey. The viewing Drakey. Y'all blowing a lot of hot breath on me. Anyways, girl, get your mouth breathing ass out of here, please. I know there's a lot of talk about black women's bodies being marginalized and being seen as not beautiful and things like that. There are a lot of people who in the body positivity movement will say like, well, a lot of black women are naturally larger. I will say this. So a little background about me. I grew up in a very, I guess I would definitely say white area. If you couldn't tell by the way I talk. I mean, I grew up around a lot of white people, and all of my friends growing up were white. I didn't really have any black friends until high school, actually, that's a whole different other story about how I like just one day I just kind of completely stopped talking to all my white friends because I wanted to be black. When I was growing up, like my family used to always tell me like, oh Brianna, you have a big butt or whatever. This is when I was like really young. I remember I felt whatever about it for like the longest time. I was like, well, some people have big heads, I guess I have a big butt. And I kind of had both actually. But you know, it was whatever. And then when I got to like 7th grade, so all my friends were white growing up in all of like elementary school. I had some black friends, but it was because I went to a black summer camp most summers, not every summer, but most summers. And they never said anything about my body, honestly. But with the white, when all my friends were white, I was the largest friend. I was naturally larger. And I'm not gonna say it was because I was black, because there are a lot of black girls out there who are very skinny and are very, very thin. And I just was not one of them. But I've never been thin in my life. So, I mean, I grew up to be a thickums. So I don't think I was ever gonna be thin. I don't think I was ever meant to be thin. It didn't bother me when I was really young. I don't know why, it just didn't bother me. I was very vain. I thought that I was gorgeous no matter what. I genuinely thought that. And then I got to 7th grade and then I was like, I did start doing cheerleading at the park in 7th grade. And I remember that was the first time where I was like, huh, I'm bigger than everybody else. We were taking pictures for cheerleading and I like sat, like these are my legs, and we were all sitting like this, like on the ground. So this is the ground, these are my legs, and we were all sitting like this. And I noticed when I sat down, my legs had like a little booty on them. Can you see like how it comes out a little bit? It's a little meaty right there, right? I got a little booty on my legs. I noticed that my legs did that and none of the white girls' legs did that. And I was like, huh. And then from that point on, I was obsessed with my weight from that point on. At some point, I realized that having a booty as a black girl was essential. I think it was in 9th grade when I started getting compliments on it from other 9th graders, of course. But I started getting complimented on my butt, and guys liked it when I wore certain pants, and I was like, huh, I have something that other people find desirable. And then I realized like, oh, you know, because 9th grade was the first time I ever like was around black people consistently, and it wasn't like a choice. It's just like I didn't really have that much in common with black people before then, and I probably didn't have anything in common with them then. I was really forcing it. I had such a huge complex about being an Oreo. It was a huge thing. Maybe I'll make a video on that one day too. But I was an Oreo in school, and I was really embarrassed about it. It really fucked me up. So when I got to 9th grade, I tried to do everything to like ditch that Oreo image. I am always hungry when I shoot these videos. I don't know why. Why does my body like to sabotage me like this? I don't know. So that was like my coming to Jesus moment about the booty, right? Realizing that the booty was like a hot commodity in the black community. The reason why I have an issue with that which was said about the whole Nicki Minaj situation and the whole people saying like black women, you know, bodies have been disrespected, and you know, the white woman is trying to steal the black woman's form. Not all black women have booties. That should be very evident by the BBL epidemic that's going on that I mentioned earlier, wherein all of these black women are trying to go and get asses. They're trying to go and get fix-a-flat asses from the Dominican Republic because they don't have booties. A lot of black women don't have booties, okay? There are lots of black women in my own family who don't have booties. One whole side of my family does not have booties. And so to say like this is a black woman thing, black women are the ones who have booties, stop saying that shit, because you're making black women who don't look like that feel like there's something wrong with them. And now there's black women out here who have complexes about like, man, if black women are supposed to have booties, why don't I have one? And I found an article that actually said long-term men care more about the face than about the body. This girl is like, what's going on out there? Safila, what's out there? What is it? That's like her trigger word. I wonder what type of dog I have. She's a Connie Corso. Are you a Connie Corso? Please get off my lap. And then Drakey is just visiting, but he's a beagle. Like Snoopy. Which, I don't know why they drew Snoopy like that. Snoopy doesn't look like a beagle at all. Maybe they just lied and told them kids that Snoopy was a beagle and he was actually a mutt. In the 90s, it was all about slim. It was all about this. It was all about looking slim, right? But I will say this, in black culture, the booty has always been king. Black people, black men have always desired the booty. I mean, it's funny because people will say that's a black woman's body, but I'm like, okay, look at Destiny's Child, look at TLC, look at any group, and you will see that there might be one person in the group that has that body, and then the other ones don't. Chili does not have a booty. I don't think T-Boz had a booty. Kelly Rowland does not have a booty. Michelle definitely ain't got no booty. Black women are shaped all different sorts of ways. And the reason why I wanted to make this video is because there are a lot of people in my life that I love who don't have booties. And they are definitely considering getting a BBL. I think it's like, I can't remember what the figures are. I did no research before filming this video. Let's see the Bbl Death Rate. From Newsweek, this says, in 2018, the American Society of Plastic Surgeons estimated that the Bbl death rate was 1 in 3,000, making it a rate of death far greater than any other cosmetic surgery. Okay? Black women are dying to get this body that supposedly black women are supposed to have. Do you see my problem? Do you see my concern? People are going to these little back alley BBL clinics and getting their freaking Fix-A-Flat injected into their booty. Bruh, I am reading this article on USA Today about BBLs and I'm just like, no thank you. I don't need a BBL. I won't even say need, right? I am not interested in having a BBL. I think I have enough booty. I'm just gonna say this, there are other ways to grow your booty. Especially since like the world is all about women exercising now and like squats, stuff like that, to round out the booty if you don't want it to look completely flat back there. I'm all about going that route. But the reason why BBLs are dangerous, according to this article and what other stuff that I've read, is because when they inject fat, they're injecting it, sometimes fat can get accidentally injected into your muscle instead of under your skin. So when it's injected into the muscle, that can cause damage. Apparently it can travel to the lungs and that can kill you. So that is why the death rate is so high. Definitely do your own research. I suck at delivering facts. I'm just on here to deliver my opinion. I think the issue is like the more people that get BBLs, the more people are gonna want them. So the issue that I have from earlier with that claim that Nicki Minaj made is I wanted to be like, first of all, that's not even your real ass. You went and got some shit injected into your ass. You even put it in your song. That's not cute. We don't need everybody out here going to get this big ass. We don't need that, right? Because it's dangerous. And you're putting, even if a person is not interested in getting a BBL specifically, you're putting a complex in women, especially black women who feel like they're supposed to have this body anyways. You're putting a complex in these women and making them think that they're not beautiful and they're not worthy simply because they don't have a fat ass. When your fat ass is freaking fake, you get me? I didn't know that people think the Kardashians is real, and people believe Kim Kardashian when she says that her butt is real. I don't know how, because I'm pretty sure that she's in her 40s and she's done growing, so her butt has definitely stopped growing, but it gets bigger every year, doesn't it? I know that she got the x-ray done and she was like, see, there's nothing in my butt. If she's getting fat transfers, which is she's getting fat taken from her stomach or her sides or wherever and getting it injected into her ass, that's her, because it is her own fat, it's not gonna show up on an x-ray. So that shit is not real, which I'm sure is what she's doing because she don't look like she work out at all. Her body ain't got no muscle tone, no definition, which is completely fine. But for her body to have no muscle tone and no definition, I mean, clearly the woman doesn't work out. So how is her stomach remaining so flat? How is her body remaining so smooth? She's going to getting it sucked out. And it's weird because it's a fad. That's the crazy thing. There could be something else in 10 years. And now you've gone and gotten this injected ass. What are you gonna do in 10 years when it's something different? You know, something that I've seen a lot of girls are getting stuff injected in their lips. I know a couple of girls who've gotten like lip injections, and they look crazy as hell. I can tell that that's just the beginning. Cause I'm like, once you get comfortable with lips that already look unnatural, you're gonna get other shit done on your face too, and it's gonna look even less natural. And like I said, I'm all about body autonomy. You do whatever the fuck you want with your body. But I feel like you're also like contributing to this expectation that people have that women need to look like this, that a woman has to look like this to look good, when that's not necessary. We need to also talk about body diversity, and I really wanted to do like a video about that. If you are a person where your image is like your life and money and whatever, then whatever, right? If that's how you want to do it. If you've had a complex about your lip size your whole life and you want to go and get, you know, lip injections, okay. But if you just saw some girl on Instagram who got lip injections and you like the way she looks with lipstick on, because that's the only time they look good to me, is when you're wearing lipstick. They don't look good any other time. Most of that shit people get done to their face, and even get done to their ass, only looks good on Instagram. They be looking crazy as hell in real life. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. With lips, like, yeah, I just came from the grocery store. Just looking crazy as hell. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but I just think it looks bad. I think it looks bad. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know what that feels like. I don't know what it feels like if that were me, you know? I've always wanted, not always wanted, that's not true at all, but I have been thinking about getting fat transfers to my boobs, because when I lose weight, my boobs like kind of shrivel up, you know? And they just don't look as nice, and they're not as full. So right now I'm like 20 pounds heavier, but when I'm smaller, my boobs aren't as full. 20 pounds heavier than my average weight. COVID sickness. So I understand like wanting to look better, and even that was put upon me by somebody else. Somebody said something about my boobs, and now I'm over here wanting to get fat transfers to my boobs, because now it's like all I can think about. Like somebody points out a flaw and like, shit, now that's all I can see. But I never cared about it before, and none of the guys I've ever dated has ever cared about it. It's just this one person says something, and now I'm just like, I know someone who's bleaching their skin, and it breaks my heart that that's happening, that they're doing that. But I'm like, I don't know what it's like to be darker, because I'm light-skinned, and I've been light-skinned my whole life. I don't know what that feels like. I will say, when I had all white friends, I don't know, when I was like that young, I just thought I was beautiful. I didn't look at myself and think, oh, like, oh man, I wish I was white. I will say I probably wish that I had like straighter hair, because everybody had straight hair in the 90s. My mom had straight hair, everybody had straight hair. You know, natural hair, what's that? You know, that wasn't a thing when I was growing up. But I never wanted to be like white. I never wanted to be lighter. And I don't know why that is. Maybe because my grandmother always told me that I was beautiful. And maybe my grandmother always told me that I was beautiful because I was light skinned. You know, maybe that's a thing, but that's a whole different video. We're not talking about complexion in this video. We're talking about booties. But that is just my humble opinion about the black woman body type. To put it in a nutshell, I don't think that these woke people, black, white, whatever, should keep touting about the black woman's body. Keep defending the black woman's body, because black women are shaped different. We're all different. Some of us are fat, some of us are skinny, some of us are shaped like Coke bottles, some of us are shaped like cell phones, you know? You know, I don't know, my cell phone's right here. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty straight. But some people are shaped like this, and that is fine. There is no one body type for a black woman or for otherwise. We're all shaped different. I just don't think anybody should be dying over a trend, right? Nobody should be out here dying because booties are in, because Kim Kardashian is in. I hate that shit. I really hate it. It is 7:30. I'm hungry. I might go get something to eat and celebrate me making a video. Anyway, I will see you next time. Still don't know what I used to do, and I know you're probably tired of me like constantly saying like I don't know what I used to do, but peace.